My name is Daniel Dawkin. I'm from Washington State, but I grew up with my parents in Papua New Guinea. In my free time, I like to read, listen to music, work out, and do anything outdoors. I'm currently a second-year student at Liberty for a degree in criminal psychology. I plan to either work with law enforcement after I graduate and possibly move back to Washington or pursue a master's degree in psychology. I'm not sure where God will have me go. I'm a terrible public speaker, so this course will hopefully make me a little bit better at communicating and speaking in front of people. My parents have been missionaries on an island in the Pacific named Papua New Guinea for the past 11 years, and I was living with them for the last 10. If you don't know where that is, which a lot of people don't, it's just north of Australia and just south of Indonesia. It's a third world country that's very poor and underdeveloped. My parents work in the highlands there to support translators that go out to the villages on a regular basis and translate the Bible into whatever language the village speaks. I used to be an outgoing person. I could make friends super easy and would talk to anyone and everyone around. But when I was in 4th grade, I turned from an outgoing person to a pretty introverted person. My uncle had come to visit our family in PNG. My dad, my uncle, and I all went to a village called Mumuk to stay for about a week and visit with some old friends of my dad's. On the way back from the trip, my dad and I had just dropped my uncle off at the airport. We were driving back to our mission center when 5 men stepped out of the trees on the side of the road. I couldn't see any of their faces because they were all wearing masks, but I could tell they were aggressive because they were yelling and shaking while pointing homemade pipe guns and sharp screwdrivers at us. They opened the doors on both sides and started grabbing for stuff in the car, checking our pockets and holding guns to our sides. They reached for the keys, but my dad accelerated through the group just before they could turn the car off. As we drove off, they fired a few shots at the car, but none of the bullets even hit the vehicle. I'm not sure why that changed my personality from an outgoing person into an introverted, quiet person, but it did for some reasons. Another more positive life event that happened while I was in Papua New Guinea was I was in my first year of high school, and I really loved to travel around the country, and I would get a little bit antsy when I was in the same spot for too long. I had gone on a mission trip to the super poor city of Leh the year before, but I really wanted to go somewhere again. My mom was going to fly out to a dedication of the New Testament in one of the village where she helped with the translation process, and I decided I would come. I don't think my heart was really in the right place. I just wanted some adventure and travel. But once we got there, I was blown away by the people and the culture of that village. I had been around the country quite a lot, but I've never seen a people group so filled with the joy for receiving the Bible in their language. They held ceremonies and celebrations for a few days, and they finally distributed the Bibles to crowds that had walked many miles just to receive God's Word in their own language. This experience really changed my perspective on the values of God's gift to us and how much I take it for granted on a daily basis. In America, I can go to any Christian bookstore or any website and just order the Bible in my own language without even thinking about it. But it isn't as easy for the people of PNG or other countries all over the world. This experience really changed my view on the work my parents were doing in PNG. It made me think a little harder on how I valued God's gift to us and how I wanted to use that in my life. It was great to meet you guys, and I look forward to learning more effective communication in this class.